The girl was still trying to speak. Jane leaned in until her ear was almost brushing the girl's lips, and she was able to catch a single, breathless word. Nate! Nate! Jane repeated the name aloud, so that the girl would know she had heard. Someone was giving a running commentary on the ambulance's progress. By the time the wail of approaching sirens was heard, the girl was already unconscious. The crowd of stunned bystanders now included drivers who'd abandoned their cars to see what was going on. A few people were weeping. One woman crossed herself, clearly believing the girl to be dead. There was so much blood. The paramedics arrived and rushed to the child's side. An initial response vehicle pulled up, reminding Jane of her duty as a police officer. Did anyone see what happened? Get a number plate? Several people spoke at once. It was all so fast. 2 men on a bike. The one on the back got off. Didn't even see the knife. He took something from her. Couldn't see their faces. Jane sifted through the cacophony of voices. One stood out. Who said that he took something? A woman in a floral dress stepped forward and raised her hand. Jane was an ex-teacher. When she asked a question, people tended to respond like that. What did he take? Did you see? A bag. One of those little backpack ones? She seemed uncertain. She's right. I saw that too. A man, his voice shaky. Me too. I think it was khaki. Jane looked across the road at a cafe with a green awning, vegan bites painted in red across its window. The cafe was owned by some friends of her, Frida and Karun. Maybe there'd be other witnesses inside. One of the PCs from the IRV asked the bystanders to remain so that statements could be taken. The other approached Jane. Nice work, Jane. It was Tim Stern, a PC Jane had worked with a lot, particularly in her first few months on the job. Jeez, Tim. She must be all of 13 years old. I know, lass. It's always worse when they're kids, as it seems to be more and more these days. He touched her shoulder. Knife attack, I take it? Yes. I was standing practically next to her when it happened, but I didn't see the knife. I don't think anyone did. There was no time to process what was happening and the sun was in my eyes. All I registered was the bike screeching to a stop. It was off and on again in a flash, and now I know why witnesses often sound vague and unsure of themselves. You don't register what you're seeing when it happens like that. I can't take it in. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, Tim. Tim shook his head. No, you're fine, lass. It's the shock. You know what, Tim? I don't think it was a random attack. It was like they were targeting her. They were interrupted by a grave-faced paramedic signalling that the ambulance was about to leave. Was it Jane's imagination that he shook his head ever so slightly? Tim's corresponding sigh seemed to confirm it. Well, as much as I hate to say it, this is potentially a murder scene now. I'll update the control room, start securing the area and request CID and forensics. A little half-heartedly, Jane asked, Want me to stick around and help out for a bit? Tim pointed at another response car drawing up nearby. No need. Cavalry's here. But you'll be required to provide a statement as soon as possible.